Everybody has part of their job that they wish could be automated, but it's always a huge project with IT and the enterprise environment to get something automated, and it's often impossible to be done cost effectively. Harald, with the platform that you're building, you've been able to really automate a whole lot of processes with Data Inbox very cost effectively. So how is Alkymi able to do that and sort of trump all those business process automation software that's out there?
The thing that we realized is that, enterprise business users, they're drowning in unstructured data, emails, and PDFs that they're receiving. And what we recognized is that they have the key to the data. So we built software for them, we built a data inbox for them, and then we built an automation tool so they can themselves build an automation and they can deploy it. And this is really a game changer where you can, for the people that have the problem, they now have the power to automate things. For example, if they're trying to onboard a customer or if they're getting investment data, they can do that very simply.
And they can do it really without any knowledge of coding or any of the back-end systems involved.
Yeah, we really look at our users as maybe someone who's a power user of Excel. So if you can use Excel, you can use Alkymi. And it's really about knowing what is the data that you're after, and then using machine learning to target the data so that when you receive an email or a PDF with important data, it's automatically extracted. And then if there's something that you have to action, you do that in Data Inbox.
And there's always a lot of concern that I'm sure you're running into with IT departments about data leaving the enterprise environment, IT losing control of information. The CTO's always got questions about this. What are the ways that you address these concerns?
Most of our customers are in financial services, and they're very concerned about security and compliance and risk. So from the beginning, we built it right into the product, and we made sure that we have these certifications with external auditors testing our security. So there's different names for these kinds of security frameworks like SOC 2, Type 2, and other kinds of certifications. And we also give clients the option to, if they so desire, to have a private cloud. So for really very extra security sensitive customers, they might decide to do that. That's right. So deployment options, and then building it in from the beginning, and of course making sure that if customers don't want the data stored in our platform, we can purge it after a period of time.
The enterprise planning cycle in IT, especially in the big enterprise, is so long and it's so CapEx intensive, all these projects. How do you convince the IT department that you can transform that and they can let go of having control of all of these projects and really put this into much smaller, more digestible pieces?
One of the exciting things about our product is that we can let our clients build before they buy or have to think about contracting. So we have a free trial environment. They can build their own automations, and seeing is believing. So we find that engaging and demonstrating all the capabilities of the product, that it works to IT, it lowers the hurdle for us to engage. And we've also tried to lower the fees associated with using our software so that it is not as difficult and as expensive to get started on your first automation.
What are you finding the first types of users in the enterprise environment to be?
For us, we're really finding that people in operations and in client services, when you're receiving data from outside the organization, from your customers, from your supply chain, from your investment partners, that data is very important. And oftentimes there are teams of people that are involved in taking it in, manipulating it, and putting it inside your systems. So for
there's
us,
probably errors along the way there.
It's a big headache. It's oftentimes introduces a big time lag. So for example, we had one customer, Interactive Brokers, that were looking to onboard effectively customers across 50 countries. And you can imagine the headaches with proving their address and their identity. So they're using Alkymi now, and they're getting customers onboarded onto their service 10 times faster. So it's a huge ROI for them.
When there's always an opportunity in automation too to talk about the other side of it. And so how do you think this can work where in the enterprise environment and an enterprise to enterprise application, we can skip the human interaction altogether and automate a process that's happening between two enterprises?
There definitely are those opportunities. When it comes to unstructured data, that's very important. A lot of enterprises really appreciate the role of the human as someone who can oversee the process and be part of it in a very small part, but oversee it. Right. And that's how we've designed our software, so that there's a role for the human, just like there is in a self-driving car, where you might be nice to have your cars on the steering wheel, but be able to kind of switch off for periods of time. That's really how Data Inbox is. So it recognizes that there's unique cognitive tasks that are still best done by the human, and all those repetitive tasks that are more copy-paste types of tasks, those are the ones that we're tackling first.
Have you been able to show enterprise customers already a concrete ROI associated with an automation of a process?
We had one client, for example, that were looking to send more proposals to their customers. And, they were able to say, we can send out, 10% more proposals globally using this technology, and then have increased win rates and, more revenue.
Right, so same workforce, same work day, work hours, but 10% increase in proposals that are out in the market.
That's exactly right. So, head of sales was very excited about that.
Well, I can imagine. Now, why was the KPMG Global Tech Innovator competition exciting for Alkymi?
Every single one of our customers know KPMG. It's a global brand. They rely on them oftentimes as a key service provider. So for us to get the recognition, the ability to compete with other great startups, very excited to get selected among over 1,000 startups in the US. And now being here with some really inspiring startups on the global stage is tremendous for us.